Wow, one of the directors of that film is Jennifer Sey. Jennifer's a former champion gymnast. She was also a president at Levi Strauss, and was fired from her job for speaking out about COVID restrictions. Jennifer, great to have you here. Thanks so much. You know, long after adults were going back to work, going back to bars, going back to restaurants, kids were still stuck at home on Zoom school. And your documentary makes the case that there's an entire generation of kids who were radically and irrevocably hurt in that process.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every kid in the generation, but the
No.
percentage is far too high. The percentage is far too high. The learning loss, the mental health impacts, the absenteeism, the chronic absenteeism that persists, the kids who failed to graduate, the kids who couldn't do sports for the last 2 years of high school and they couldn't get that college scholarship that they were relying on, the kids that gained weight. Like, it just goes on, Elizabeth. And these kids are not okay. And there hasn't really been a reckoning. There's sort of off to the side people saying, yeah, schools were closed too long. Well, there are 50 million American public school children. Half of them were in disrupted schooling for well over 2 years. You know, I lived in California at the time. In the spring of 2021, my son, who was in public high school, could not go to English class, but I could have gone to bars and stood, you know, belly up to the bar, shoulder to shoulder with hundreds of people. That's ridiculous. We use kids as human shields. We're supposed to protect them. They aren't supposed to protect us. And we've done a lot of damage to this generation. And there needs to be a reckoning. And people are reluctant to have it, that reckoning.
Well, there have been a couple of books that have come out. We've had the authors of those books who've talked about these policies, you know, red state, blue state. Red states opened up faster, blue states did not. But your documentary really dives into the kids themselves and the toll it took.
That's right.
Yes, not every kid, you know, both my sons got through Zoom school just fine,
right.
and they're fine. I have other members of my extended family who did not get through COVID fine. They have yet to fully recover from that experience. So what did you find as you talked to these kids? How bad did it get? We heard one girl in that clip say she was contemplating suicide. I mean, that's as bad as it can get.
Yeah, we want people to hear directly from the kids. No one's talked to the actual kids. We've talked about policy. We haven't had a reckoning around the fact that that policy can never happen again. That young woman you're referring to, her name is Scarlett. She lived in Oakland. You know, she describes it really well in the film. She says, without school, I had no structure. I had no feedback. I had no positive feedback from adults who had my best interest at heart, and I found it elsewhere. She got in a lot of trouble. She started using drugs. She ended up in the mental hospital several times. She did try to kill herself. She found herself trying to find connection. She was so isolated, and she was finding it in all the wrong places. One family we talked to in the film did actually lose their son to suicide in the spring of 2021. But we also talk to people, you know, more mundane things, you know, the kids who just fell behind and have not caught up. We talked to a family with a child with developmental delay. She has Down syndrome. She missed that critical year of third grade. School is where she learns to put her coat on, to follow the lead of the other students. She's just falling so far behind from that. They're very worried that she will never make that back. So, you know, we tried to cover the full range, and we talked to kids from across the country. And I think it's really important that we listen to them. We need to listen to the kids. We need to have a reckoning. We need to understand what happened so we can help them and we can make sure it never happens again.
You know, one of the things we kept hearing from public health authorities during COVID was children are resilient. You know, I heard that over and over. Kids are resilient. They're stronger than we think. They'll be okay. What you have found is that yes, many of them, perhaps most of them, were okay or ended up okay enough, but a substantial, smaller but substantial percentage were definitely not okay.
Yeah, and I mean, that doesn't mean we abuse them. Just because a lot of children are resilient, a lot of us are resilient, that doesn't mean we should create obstacles for these children. You know, the kids that suffer the most are the kids that are the most vulnerable, the kids from low-income homes, and we made their lives so much harder, and some will not recover, and I am really committed to getting their stories out there. I don't want this to ever happen again. We cannot make kids bear the burden for us.
And super quick, Jennifer, why were you fired from Levi Strauss?
Well, I resigned. I was very outspoken about school closures. I have 4 children, all public school students. It was not a popular opinion in San Francisco, where I lived for over 35 years, and it became pretty inhospitable. I chose to resign, and
So you
I left
resigned, you weren't
California.
fired.
That's correct.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.